Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So still no change from Euro USD from yesterday. So we did tag 121 and 121558. We did tag it, and we're sort of coming off it. So one thing to point out, I think I'll do it on the hour here, but as I did say yesterday, we are going a bit parabolic here. In other words, it's been a gentle trend, and then all of a sudden the trend steepens to the upside. And normally when that happens, you're reaching for a target, and then you get some sell-off. So that's kind of what I suspect is happening here. And the other thing is that you get exhaustion bars, and you can see here going smaller, 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 and then all of a sudden a big squirt, which is pretty much an exhaustion bar, and now a bit of a sell-off. So I suppose sell-off's the wrong word, it's more profit taking. Okay, so these levels are still fairly key. I don't think you're going to get a drop all the way down here to 120. There's a lot of noise around virus and stimulus at the moment, so that is going to weaken the dollar. So I do suspect we're still aiming for the next level to the upside, which is 121979, and then obviously I think the round number of 12200. Okay, so that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. Obviously we want to be buying on pullbacks, and I'm just going to use this level all the way down here. So there is an area that would offer some value, which is 121271 to continue to the upside. But again, bear in mind what I've just said on the 8 hour, we are parabolic, so it's very possible that you start seeing reversal patterns on the hour, which that could very well be one right now. Okay, now for me today, I think it is sit on hands until non-farm payrolls. That's the best advice I can give you on the dollar pairs right now, because that is going to be pretty volatile and could drive us any direction. And you probably find we're just going to go sideways now. And the other thing, last thing on this pair is, so we do have a bit of a wedge, but what could happen is we just form a channel. Okay, so anyway, for me, dollar pairs is not worth a trade today until after non-farm payrolls is released. Looking at USD Japanese yen, we've been consolidating, and we had this channel forming. That channel is now broken. So this area of 103.880 is definitely something I want to be watching today. And again, non-farm payrolls, so we'll wait for non-farm payrolls. So what you could find here is a move back up to this area here of 104.054, which would test the underside of the channel break. I could even come all the way back up to this area here of 104.249 to test that break before continuing to the downside. But continue to the downside, I do believe that's going to happen. So for me, we're looking for opportunities to sell into this. And again, non-farm payrolls, so we'll wait for that data before making a decision. But get your levels drawn in and make sure you know exactly what the structure looks like on the higher time frame. So when you break down to your lower time frames, you know where your entry points are. Euro Aussie dollar. So we've been consolidating for quite some time. We've broken up, sort of broken through this consolidation area here of 163336. And now we've got this really confused barbed wire flag pattern. No other way to explain it, unfortunately. And there you can see the confusion. Big up, big down, big up, big down, big up, big down, above and below the moving average. So, you know, I think for me, the same still applies. These are the two levels we need to watch. So break above this and retest it successfully. That's 163.767. We'll be looking for longs. Break below this and retest successfully. We're looking for shorts, and this is 16336. And when I say break below and retest successfully, you can see this is a break. So, you know, if any one of these was a retest, your entry would have been below the tail of the hour bar. Okay, and there's nothing happening there. It's just basically trending back the upside. So at the moment, what this does look like is a pretty messy flag or channel. Okay, so if this does break to the upside, you're looking for the measured move, and the measured move, I would take it from this first one here. So your measured move is going to be somewhere up there at 164633. Just go to the left and see if there's any structure, and lo and behold, there's structure right there. Okay, so that's something to watch. It's also not a dollar pair, it is a euro pair, and there is a little bit of noise coming out of Europe as well. Okay, the next one is British pound, Japanese yen. So we've got quite a bit of Brexit noise at the moment, but nothing really happening, so still something to watch. But looking at that sideways, you can see sort of upwards to sideways. There's nothing really transpiring here. I think until we know exactly what's going on with Brexit, I think this is something to stay away from. There is this level here, which is probably your line in the sand. So 139827. Break above it, retest it, then you should be looking for longs, and the longs will be at the top of the channel, of the range, not channel, at 148.20. If we reject it here and we move down, then I think this diagonal trend line, which is also very messy, will more than likely hold up price a bit. Ultimately, you could move, if you lose that, then we're looking for the bottom of the range, and that is 138.879. Now, one thing to point out, you can see this level here is pretty much smack bang in the middle of the range, and that is a good indication of noise coming into the market soon. Okay. Anyway, that's me there. Let's move on to the next pair, Aussie dollar, US dollar. So trend is still up. We've sort of keep making new highs. What we're looking for is a retest, and the retest I'm looking for is pretty much right there at 074085. So if we come down to the hour and we have a look, may get there, may not get there at the moment. It does look like it's rounding a little bit. So yeah, just going to be patient on this one and wait for its structure. Again, it's a US dollar pair, so you probably need to wait for non-farm payrolls before you try and jump in on this. Just putting in this level here as well, you can see these tails on there. Okay, quite a bit of structure there. So, and I've deliberately put it sort of on that fractal, not on this one, just to give me a little bit of wiggle room here, and that's 074176. Okay, so pull back onto that would obviously give us a buying opportunity for a move to the upside. But again, non-farm payrolls, so I'll wait for that data before looking to take any trades on that pair. Last one, and this one is the one that I've been watching for quite some time, and nothing has really changed. We're still running sideways, and that is British pound, Aussie dollar. So we're still running very much sideways, but I'm anticipating something around Brexit, which could be a catalyst that we're looking for. So that's kind of what my view is on this at the moment. So at the moment, above and below the moving average, nothing really transpiring, nothing worth, no real setups brewing, but it is a pair that I think if we do get some confirmation on what they're doing with Brexit and how they're going to execute it or exit it, then this is one pair that I think is going to bounce pretty hard. Okay, and that would be a move to the upside. Okay, so yeah, so for me, it's still on the watch list. Nothing really happening here. We're still sideways. So, but we are making higher lows here, and we've made a higher high. So there is possibility, but we'll wait to see what transpires over the next couple of days. I don't think it'll happen today. Knowing the markets, we'll get some news on like Saturday evening or Sunday, when the markets aren't open, and then you're going to either get a massive gap up or gap down, or alternatively they're not going to come to a decision. But anyway, that's kind of why we're watching this. Okay, so those are the pairs that I'm watching at the moment. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.